In 1918, World War I was over. Millions were dead. Empires had collapsed and Europe had been redrawn. But the peace that followed was fragile. Germany was defeated, economically damaged, and angry about the Treaty of Versailles. In 1933, Adolf Hitler became Chancellor and quickly transformed Germany into a dictatorship. Germany rebuilt its military and began expanding. Austria was annexed. Czechoslovakia was pressured and occupied. Europe was watching, but still trying to avoid another war. Then, on September 1st, 1939, Germany invaded Poland. 2 days later, Britain and France declared war on Germany. World War II had begun. Germany then moved rapidly across Western Europe using tanks, aircraft, and fast-moving armies in what became known as Blitzkrieg. By 1940, France had fallen. Britain remained. Germany launched a massive air campaign against the British Isles, but the Royal Air Force held on. Germany had failed to force Britain out of the war. Then Hitler made a massive gamble. In June 1941, Germany invaded the Soviet Union. The Eastern Front became the largest and one of the bloodiest theatres of the war. Germany advanced deep into Soviet territory, but the invasion eventually stalled. And then came another catastrophe. Nazi Germany systematically persecuted and murdered Jews and millions of other victims. Around 6 million Jews were murdered in the Holocaust. It remains one of the darkest crimes in human history. Then the war became truly global. On December 7th, 1941, Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. The United States entered the war. Germany soon declared war on America. Now the conflict stretched across Europe, North Africa, the Atlantic, and the Pacific. By 1942, Germany's expansion had reached its limits. At Stalingrad, German forces were surrounded and eventually forced to surrender. In North Africa, the Allies were pushing back. And in the Pacific, American forces were beginning to turn the tide. The Axis powers were losing the initiative. Then came June 6, 1944. D-Day. Allied forces landed in Normandy, opening a massive Western front against Nazi Germany. From the east, Soviet forces were advancing too. Germany was now being squeezed from both sides. By 1945, Hitler's regime was collapsing. Hitler died in April and Germany surrendered in May. But the war continued in the Pacific. In August 1945, the United States dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japan surrendered soon afterward. World War II had finally ended. But the cost was staggering. Tens of millions of people were dead. Cities had been destroyed. Millions had been displaced. And the Holocaust had murdered 6 million Jews alongside millions of other victims of Nazi persecution. The war also destroyed the old political order. Germany was divided, European empires weakened, and the balance of global power shifted dramatically. In 1945, the United Nations was created with a simple ambition: to prevent another world war. But 2 superpowers now dominated the world: the United States and the Soviet Union. Their rivalry soon became the Cold War, dividing Europe and shaping international politics for decades. World War II had ended, but its consequences would shape the world for the rest of the century. The world had survived the war, but it was now entering a completely new era.